Welcome back to our part 2 of our Army Blitz restoration. So this is a 1944 Chevy Blitz. It's my grandfather's old truck, straight from World War II. It's been sitting in the paddock for about 30 years and our goal is to get it running again.
So if you missed the first episode, what we actually did was we dragged the 44 Blitz from the other side of the paddock over to here, and we actually tried to get the engine running, get some spark and watch the old fella and yourself get electrocuted.
That's the whole episode. First thing we're going to do this morning is attack this wiring. So if you remember last time I got zapped, my fingers burnt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a toggle switch to power up our coil, so that way we flick it on, we're ready to run, and we flick it off, it turns off. That'll keep that all short and simple. Then we got our fuel pump. So we got a leak somewhere in the fuel hose. Instead of crawling underneath trying to find it, we're going to rig up this fuel pump, send it up, see where it comes out, and then we don't have to worry so much about a mechanical pump. So we got it in the dash wired up on one end. So now we just need to run this wire down, join it up into our trigger wire, which is this one right here. We're going to keep it nice and short, and then we're pretty much going to run the remainder to the battery. So then that'll be power to our coil, and that's what'll run this beast. Alright, so now that we have our power system set up, we're going to run the wire down to our fuel pump, and we'll get that mounted up nice and neat. That'll most likely bypass our old mechanical pump down here, because being old probably doesn't work anymore. If you watched the last episode, that was one of our issues, so we're just going to get modern technology in this bitch. We're going to make it work. Alright, so I'm going to test all my wiring, see if all my switches work. So, we have got power now. Power to the coil. If I flick this, fuel pump comes on, pumps fuel up to our carby, we're good to go. That's electrically done. So now I'm going to rig up all the fuel lines, hook them up to this, flick that switch on, and then see if we can get some fuel up to our carburetor here, and then we'll move forward from there. We're going to get fuel on from the ambulance.
As I was waiting for codes, I noticed that were a whole bunch of grease nipples, so I decided to go for a long trip to find a grease gun. So it looks like the front ones are pretty good for it being 1,000 years old, and the back ones are rooted, but it's not like we're going up and down Queensland, we're just going down the road, but thought it'd be proactive. Yeah.
All the fuel hose left on the ambulance. Out of the 5 meters that we bought to get it going, that is all that's left. That little piece right there. I do not know what happened to it. Cows ate it, Sasquatch ate it, who knows. Any more fuel hose, Bob?
Had to have a swim, didn't he?
Where'd you get this hose from, boss? You bought that? Bought it from out in the paddock, out of the ambulance? Alright, so I've been delivered some fuel hose and a fuel tank. Come from the tax man, the weeping angel of lawnmowers. Alright, so we've got fuel in our tank, our fuel line's rigged up. We're going to flick this pump on, we'll see how many leaks we got. So we've got the boys on leak patrol.
Normally if you turn that switch there, you see the little gauge come up on the dash there.
What gauge is going to move on the dash?
Just turn the thing, see if you see anything flicker. Any gauges move on the dash?
Have you seen the dash?
The leak's going under.
That's how you knew you had ignition.
Don't make loud noises when I'm flicking switches. So we turn our fuel pump on, it primed, but no fuel come out of anywhere. So now we're trying to figure out where the blockage is in the fuel line. We might just rig up a whole new fuel line. We're hoping the original one will work, but apparently not. That fuel bowl down the bottom, that's our mechanical fuel pump. So you'll see fuel coming to there. As the motor turns, it'll just sit there pumping fuel up. It's an old school way of doing it. It works, but sometimes when it gets a bit old, they just stuff up. So this is the mechanical fuel pump out of it. So I just pulled it out to see if it was blocked up. So I hooked up the fuel pump, forced some fuel into it, and as I'm pumping this, I can get pressure. A little bit of pressure coming. That means that's still working. It's not blocked, which is good. So the only blockage we have is from pretty much this point to our carburetor. Oh, look at that. Oh. Yep. Yeah, I reckon that is the last bit of glass that's left intact. The speedo's gone. Oh no, headlights. Headlights still work.
Are they
Oh,
glass?
they don't work, but they're glass. That and the headlights, that's it.
That's not bad.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Might go get the 10 degrees and give it a bit of a clean. In my hands.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, I'm gonna go for a walk. I don't know where the old man's at.
Time for a hydration session then.
So I've put the bowl back in, rigged up a new fuel line because our old one was blocked up, cleaned out this fuel line up the top, bolted it all back on. Now I'm going to run some fuel through it and clean out all the crap that's in this old fuel line. Works? We got fuel boys. That works perfect. Alright. It all looks a bit messy at the moment, but this is just for testing purposes. Once it's all running, it'll look a lot better. So, got a battery, terminals, wire, fuel pump down there. It's just sitting there, but that will be bolted in later. And we know our fuel system is 100%. So, the fuel supply is all there. All we need to do is see if it'll go. And check the spark. Alright, let's check the spark. I ain't taking any risks this time. Why don't you want to? Because last time I got fucking booted. Yeah, that's good, mate. That's good, mate. So spark isn't the issue. I'm going to try and give it a bit of a choke. See if we can get him that way. Fuel pump on. Coil on. Sound better? That was first, that wasn't a reenactment. It fired, did you hear it? No, we're all in shock, that's why. Fuel quality is definitely the issue. Everything else is good. Our pump's working in our carby. It was firing probably, it ran, what, second?
Righto.
No.
Well, you know what you got to do. I'll get a bit of petrol and I'll be right. The old man's got some new fuel in the tank. That should be sweet. We're pretty sure the fuel that we had in it was contaminated from a previous experience of Dad putting diesel in his car. But during the test runs, we sprung a leak in the old friggin' steel fuel lines. So I'm just going to cut off the steel fuel lines and we're going to replace it with newer, better rubber hoses. The old mechanical pump is working 100%. We no longer need that electrical pump, so that can be disconnected. take it out, which is great because you're better off working off the original system anyway than trying to add in shit. Very slow process for something this old, but the reward is amazing. Alright, so the old man reckons the new fuel's gonna work. I got this sucker just in case. We've had fuel absolutely everywhere. So I think this one's a matter of just grabbing it and doing it. So just in case. Alright, ready boys? Ready? Fuel pump on this time. Here we go. What a ripper. The switch works too to turn it off. After all the teasing I gave the old man, he was right. Fuel.
Was the fuel.
Was the fuel. First start.
Did you just take the cap off?
First start in 30 years. No, I didn't have one.
So I didn't have a cap on.
30 years. I've never seen this thing run my entire life. Never seen it run. Till now. The old Blitz is going, boys. Fuck yeah. Ah! Fuck, I shit myself.
Well, that was fuel then, eh?
I think it's filling up the radiator and wetting everyone. So I'm going to start it up, let it run for a bit. So that's what the old man wants to do. So we'll fire everything back up. Ignition, power. We're just cleaning out the cobwebs. In here it's running a lot better now. So you got these little caps inside your motor which are Welsh plugs. So old man couldn't resist himself, he had to poke it, and now we got a hole. So that's another thing we've got to fix. But just running, everything's working absolutely perfect. So I didn't even need that carburetor. I bought a new carburetor and it ended up being the wrong one.
But you sent it back.
Sent it back.
Sent it back. But that was $300 bucks, but this is working perfect. Yeah. Runs real nice.
Sounds like a fucking brand new car.
Just
From 1944.
yeah, it's so good. So good. We got that to fix. We've got this massive oil leak at the back to fix. And we're going to put some wheels on. We're going to unseize that hub right there. So we're going to go show you boys some tyres. You've seen the tyres that are on it now. They're a little bit small, not my taste. But we got these massive tractor tyres. I don't know what they are. Dunlops. They're massive Dunlops. So we're going to get some custom rims made for this. We thought they'd fit on the old ones, but apparently they're just a little bit wide. So we have one rim already set up. We just need to find 3 other rims and then make it happen. then these babies are going on that thing. It's going to be an absolute monster truck. I'd love to lift one out to show you, but they're fucking heavy. Not going on today, just thought I'd show them off, but they're out in the back of the ute, ready to go and get the rims made up so that way these tires can fit on. Then they'll head over to north to west, he'll mount them up, and then pretty much we're going to come back here and pump them up because these things are old split rings and it freaks everyone out. So we're going to put the pumper upper on it, hide behind a tree, and put some air in these bad boys. But before these go on, we're going to fix that hub on the rear, and then we're all set. So we got a couple of, we got the Welsh plug to fix, we got that oil leak on the tappet cover, we got a water leak, we got to unseize that hub, bolt down our electrical fuel pump. Oh, what else, Tiger?
Probably should go have a beer. I think we're due. It's been about an hour.
It's been about 10 minutes.
Something like that.
Alright boys, I got some big news. Sick Puppy has now got an official Discord. If you don't know what a Discord is, it's pretty much like a messenger directly to us. There's heaps of categories. There's like rig rundowns, there's general shit talking, there's video ideas, and there's a voice section where you can chat directly to us. We can have a party, boys. We're always in there, so if you send a message, I'll see it and I'll reply. Alright, so if you want to get on Discord, it's actually through Patreon. So if you sign up to Patreon, you get a complimentary sticker, all the shit, and you get access to this Discord account, this chat room with all the boys. So jump on there, man. It's as easy as that. So if you want to support us a bit more, but you've already got all the merch, jump on Patreon. You get a few more stickers, but you get access to this as well. See you on there, boys. Papa Slug and I got that wheel unseized, so we're going to start it up, put it in gear, and then try and drive forward slowly. See if that one wants to spin instead of this one. Hopefully this one will stop moving and that one will spin, but we might have to do some maneuvering or whatever with the forklift. The reason that's so loud is there's no fuel in it and it spluttered out. I thought I killed it, but it just spluttered off. For now, it's ran out of petrol, we've run out of beers, we moved on to rum, and from there the work absolutely stops. So we're going to wrap this up, and so next episode we'll be rolling down the street, off into the sunset, and breaking down. Yeah, running out of fuel. Walking back. Thanks for watching, we'll see you guys next time.